guys, welcome to today's Get It All Done With Me video. In today's video, I am sharing with you a grocery haul. I'm also going to be sharing how I clean my fruits and veggies. I have some really delicious and nutritious recipes for meal prepping this week. So I am really excited about sharing all of this with you guys, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of cleaning at the end here and chatting a bit with you since I haven't posted a video in a long time. But I'm really excited about this, so let's go ahead and get started with the grocery haul. Okay guys, so this is the grocery haul for this week that I wanted to share with you all. So I'm gonna start right here. I actually went to Costco and Target this time. I didn't go to any other places. So from Costco, I got this Pine Sol multi-surface cleaner. Now you know I love Pine Sol for cleaning my floors, and I found that they had this for $10. So I was like, bruh, I'm gonna grab it. That's a really great deal. So I grabbed a huge pack of Pine Sol. And then I got some detergent. I love this Amanama OxyClean. So I got that one. And then we got some Aussie Bites. Now, you know what they say about going shopping hungry? You should definitely not do that. In this instance, we ended up opening some of these snacks before they got home. So we opened this. They're pretty good. They're organic. They are just made of rolled oats, dried apricots and flax seeds, and other really nutritious items. So I really love this. The boys really love them too. And then we got some mini peppers for snacking, and then just regular peppers. I also got some Downy Bliss. Now, you know I love this. I love this scent, and I'm already out of it since the last time that I bought it. So I had to stock up again. This is going to be my first time actually using this sanitizer. I've seen it everywhere, and I wanted to try it. Of course, with boys, things can get pretty nasty. So I just want to have that extra protection or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. And then I ended up getting the boys some new toothbrushes. Usually I try to replace it every 30 days. So we got some new ones. I also got me one as well. And then I got some Gain a Scent car scent, whatever, car fresheners. So I got one of those. And then we got some broccoli over here. And I got some body oil and body wash. I love this Dove Restoring one. It smells really good. So I've been using this one a lot. And then I have been using Cetaphil for my face lately, and it works really well. And then this is just a Miss Maya's dish soap, the Peony scent. Let me know how you pronounce this. Peony. However you say it. And then I've been using this lotion, and it's really good. It's actually pretty thick, so I love this. And I usually mix this with the body oil just to give it some shine, because it can be a little bit it can seem a little dry once you put this on, but I really like it. I like the combination. Okay, on this side we got the aged white cheddar popcorn pops. I love this. They taste so good, and of course we already opened it, but these are really great for snacks. And then we also got some orange juice. Okay, this is something new that I'm trying, which are chicken and maple breakfast sausages. I want to try this to see how they taste, if they're going to be a healthier alternative to the regular sausages that I've been getting. So we're going to try this one this week. I got a whole thing of cream cheese. I want to make a few recipes. I want to try and make a cheesecake from scratch. So that's one of the reasons why I got this. And then I also think this would go really well with the mini peppers. I actually saw somewhere where somebody put some cream cheese on it. So I want to try that to see how it's going to taste. And then we just have eggs on the bottom here. And Larabas, I've told you guys about Larabas. I love this. They're definitely a healthier option. So these ones are the banana chocolate chip. I usually just get banana, but I was only able to find this one. But I like that they, have all of these different things. They don't have any, what don't they have? Any artificial flavors and whatnot. The ingredients are pretty basic. Just dates, almond, unsweetened bananas. So nothing here that you can't pronounce or that you don't know about. So I'm trying to switch to more healthier options when it comes to snacks and food items. So that's why I prefer these ones. And then we got some silk almond. I got some bleach. And then on this side, we got bacon. So with the bacon, I actually, I want to try turkey bacon. I didn't buy it this time, but I'm probably going to try it next time. So I just decided to go with what I usually use. So we're going to go with this time. And then I think I might try some turkey bacon to see how we like that. We got some corn, bananas, some blackberries, strawberries. I got some blueberries in there, some celery sticks, and then some spring mix. And then I also got this medium cheddar cheese. And I decided to get some mini cucumbers for the kids. I thought this would be good for them to kind of snack on, but it's also going to be something that I snack on as well. So we're going to try that this time around, see if they like it. And then I love this honey vanilla Greek gods yogurt. So I usually get this one. I probably should have gotten like 2 of them, but I really like this one. And then we got some mushrooms, some cucumbers, and hummus. This one's come in little packs, so you can just take one out and just use it. So that's why I really like it. I feel like I forgot a lot of things. Usually is what happens. I forget things when I go to grocery shopping, but I'm gonna be meal prepping, so we'll see how much of this I use. I plan on meal prepping and using all the veggies so that I don't end up throwing away things that I don't eat. So the next clip you're going to see on this is going to be the meal prep. But yeah, I'm just going to put them away. I'm probably not going to film the putting away part. But yeah, this was the grocery haul for today, guys. I actually lost some footage here, but I am starting off by washing my produce. I usually soak them in vinegar and baking soda for 30 minutes to remove dirt and other nasties that are on there. And so while those are actually soaking, I'm getting started on preparing my ingredients. I will be roasting a few vegetables, so I am prepping those to get them ready for the oven. Starting off with my sweet potato, I am gonna go ahead and peel this, cut them up, and then wash them so that they can be ready for the oven. And while I am preparing the sweet potatoes, I'm actually preheating my oven to 425 degrees to bake my sweet potatoes, my chickpeas, and some other items that I will be baking today. Once peeled, cubed, and washed, I added some olive oil, some salt and pepper. I also added in some garlic powder, parsley, and cumin to this. And then I baked them for 30 to 35 minutes in my preheated oven. By the time that the sweet potatoes went into the oven, it was time for me to rinse off my produce. So I'm just going to wash them up, let them dry, and then I'll place them in the fridge. Next up, I'm going to prepare some chickpeas for roasting, and I'm actually just using canned chickpeas, and I'm just going to wash this up. This was my very first time roasting chickpeas, and I was pleasantly surprised by how delicious they are, guys. I just did not know they were this good. So for seasoning, I am adding paprika, salt, pepper, and olive oil. And I'll just toast this up to make sure that they are well integrated. And then I'm going to be placing them into the oven with the sweet potatoes. They took about 35 minutes to cook. On the stovetop, I am going to cook some rice and quinoa. So I'm starting off by bringing water to boil and then adding in my rice and quinoa and cooking this based on the suggested times listed on the package. This was actually my second time, I believe, cooking quinoa. It's one of the ingredients that I'm gonna start incorporating more into my meal preps because they just have so many nutritional values. And it's a good substitute to rice, but I will also be making white rice because I also like that as well. So that is what I'm doing in this instant. Fact here, I've actually never owned a rice cooker. I'm one of those weird people who prefers cooking my rice on the stovetop, but if you have a rice cooker, then you can definitely use that as well. So after about 15 minutes of cooking this, my quinoa was ready. So I just added in some olive oil and some salt, and that was ready to go. And then just a short time later, my rice was also ready, and I also, for this one, I didn't really add anything else to it. I just set it aside and saved it up for when I had to plate my dishes. And then lastly, for this fast meal, I'm going to saute some kale. Now, this is another ingredient that I looked down upon, but will probably be eating every week now because it was so delicious. I just added some olive oil to my pan. I'm gonna add in my kale, and then I'm also going to add in some salt as well. And then I'll just saute this for a few minutes. It ended up being so good, guys. Like, if you've never sauteed kale, then you should. I'm actually going to try and make some kale chips later on. So I'm really excited to try those out, but this just turned out really good. Now it's time for me to put together everything that I have prepared so far. I am actually prepping for my parents, myself, and my sons, so that is why I have 4 bowls here. I already placed some quinoa on the bottom of my bowls, so I'm going to begin topping it off with the other ingredients. And I'm starting off by adding the sweet potatoes, which, as you can see, I kind of burnt those a bit. Next, I am adding in the chickpeas, which, as I mentioned before, were just absolutely amazing. Guys, one of the things that I need to work on here is my portion sizes. I definitely added a little bit more quinoa than I needed to. That is one of the things that I'm working on as I'm going on my weight loss journey, so do not judge me on that, okay? But seriously, I just added in the chickpeas. I ended up saving some of this for snacking because they were amazing. I mean, if you can't tell just how much I love them by now, I don't know what else will convince you. And then next up, I'm just adding the kale, which just makes this bowl look so beautiful. By the way, guys, I am gonna start listing all of these recipes on my blog once I get it up. As I mentioned in another video, my other website, singlemammywinning.com, is out of the game. I lost the domain, and so now I've been working on rebuilding my blog under a new domain name. So once that is done, I'll be able to let you guys know about that, and I'll be including all of the meals that I'm preparing on that blog post so that you can be able to see all of the ingredients and all of the details for making the recipe. Now, for the dressing for this, because it's so dry without anything else, I am going to be making a tahini sauce. This was my first time making or even hearing about tahini, but this dressing just paired really, really well with this dish and just added a lot more flavor to it. Guys, most of these items I believe are considered vegan. I am not vegan. I'm definitely a meat lover, but I think I love just the power bowls because they are full of nutrients and are full of plants, which is something that I'm trying to incorporate a lot more into my diet. Oh, I ended up making a bit of a mess there, but I just added about 3 tablespoons of the tahini, 3 or 4, and then I added in some lemon and maple syrup as well to this, and it was just absolutely amazing. So you will notice for most of these recipes that they are going to be they're going to seem vegan, but I'm not vegan. I just think they're just awesome that they just have so many different protein, I mean not protein, but plant-based nutrients that I just want to incorporate more into my diet. I'm not really going into any sort of diet. I am actually just working on a lifestyle change. So I'm working on building better habits and incorporating healthier options into my meals and eliminating foods that are not good for me. So that is what I'm focusing on. So I'm not really following any particular diet, but my mom is actually doing keto. So some of the meals that I will make on this channel are going to be kind of designed to match what she is going for. These cute little dressing containers actually come with the meal prep containers that I was using, and I'll actually link them down below for you if you're interested in grabbing those. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this tahini dressing into those little containers and add them with the already prepared meal. And that was the first meal prepared. Guys, this was amazing. You should definitely try it if you've never tried it. I am going to be including a lot more Buddha bowls like this with a lot of ingredients. The reason why I love Buddha bowls is that you can add a little bit of everything to it, and they can be so packed of nutrients and really filling. So I love that. So be sure to subscribe so you can continue to see videos like this, because this is what you're going to be getting every Sunday. And we're off to the next meal. So I've already cut up my potatoes, so I'm going to wash them, and then I will be seasoning them with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and parsley. And this will go into the oven at 425 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. The potatoes in the oven, I'm going to cut up some zucchini and yellow squash. Then I just added some olive oil to a pan, and I sauteed my zucchini for a few minutes, about 5 to 6 minutes, until they were kind of soft. I also added in some pepper and salt to this for taste as well. And then once they were soft and to my liking, then I just set those aside. I am making honey butter garlic chicken to go with the potatoes and zucchini. So I washed and cut up my chicken into little cubes. I didn't really show this part, but I coated my chicken with cornstarch prior to placing it on the pan. And to the pan, I heated up some olive oil and butter. Once that was heated, then I tossed in the chicken and sprinkled on some salt and pepper. And I cooked this until the chicken had some brown bits to it, which was about 5 minutes. After that, I added in some minced garlic, honey, cilantro, rice vinegar, and some more butter to this. So the recipe for this called for red pepper flakes, but since my children were going to eat this, I substituted that for paprika. So before I added the paprika in, it wasn't as red as the picture for the recipe showed it, so I was like really concerned, what am I gonna do? So I decided to add paprika, and then I added some more, and I also added some more honey. In most cases when I'm cooking, I usually just use the recipe as a guideline, unless it's very specific that you have to use the exact ingredients that it lists. I usually tend to stray from what it says on the recipe, and I make it my own usually, and this is one of the examples how I do that, and I really encourage you to do that as well. If you're cooking, don't feel like you have to just follow the exact recipe. Tune it into what you like. If there's some ingredients that you don't like in there, something that you don't eat, then take it out and add something else that would make the food appetizing to you. But this is how it ended up looking after the paprika, and I think it just looked amazing, and it tasted really good too, and it was something that my kids could eat as well. And then now I just put everything together. I started by adding in the potatoes, and then I added the chicken, and I don't know what happened to the footage for the zucchini, but I did not film it for some reason, and I also added that as well, and then this is the final product for this meal. That meal of the week was a Greek salad, and I have all of my ingredients ready to go. Once again, this is one of the things that I never ate before, but I absolutely loved how it turned out. So for the ingredients, I have red onions. I washed this after cutting them to remove some of the sourness. And then I also have grape tomatoes, which you can cut in half, but I decided not to do that because I like them whole. Some mini sweet peppers that I cut into small portions, sliced cucumbers, raisins for sweetness. Now this is optional. I decided to add raisins because I have a bit of a sweet tooth and I love raisins, so I just added them in. And then I also added in some Kalamata olives. Lastly, for the dressing, I used this Ken's Steakhouse Greek salad dressing. I also added in some feta cheese, which I forgot to show. And now I am just going to add all of this to a bowl and mix them up. So I added in the feta cheese, and this is the chunk feta cheese. I opted for this one instead of the already crumpled one because you don't want any that has some preservatives to it. And then I ended up honestly adding way too much feta cheese to this, which is, again, me learning how to portion things is very important. And but it was still good despite the large amount of cheese that I added. And for our last meal, I am just going to prepare a simple chicken, veggie, and rice meal. I ended up having to do this video on 2 different days, guys, because I'm using my phone to record, and like I just had a lot of different issues. So it was actually pretty sad because I feel like this meal prep was all over the place, but I hope you're getting some ideas on different meals that you can prepare for the week watching this. And if you are, be sure to leave me a like and a comment down below, and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. So as you can see here, I'm just seasoning my chicken. I just added some salt, pepper, garlic powder, cumin, and also ginger powder as well. And once both sides are properly coated with the seasoning, then I just added this to my skillet. And since this was pretty thick, I didn't really like beat it up to make it a little skinnier. I ended up cutting it into half, halfway through the cooking, just to make sure that it cooked all the way through. And then when the chicken was done, I just added in some lemon to this, and then I just set that one aside. In another pan, I added in some olive oil, and then once that heated, I also added in some red onions. I sauteed this for a few minutes, and once they were ready to go, then I added in some tomatoes and allowed this to cook for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Was my empty the freezer meal, so I just wanted to mix up some of the veggies that I had in the freezer. So I added in some corn that I had in there for a while, and then I also added in some mixed veggies. We just had peas and carrots to it, and then I just cooked this for maybe less than 10 minutes until it was well integrated. And once everything was ready, then I placed everything in my meal prep containers, starting off with the rice, and then I added in the mixed veggies and the chicken. And now that the meal prepping is done, I'm just going to get some cleaning done. And I just wanted to just chat with you guys a bit. It's been a struggle to get content out. I am not even gonna lie to you, it's just been so hard. I was filming a video like a few weeks ago, and my camera fell and the lens broke, and when it did, I was so devastated, guys. Like, I was just like, oh my goodness, oh no. And how am I gonna finish doing all this filming? And for a few days, I just kind of was discouraged. I did on making content, and then I decided, you know what, I can just use my phone. So I started using my phone while my camera was in the shop getting fixed, and hopefully I'll be getting it back soon and the content will go up again. But I've just had to improvise and go back to, you know, my phone again. And I just think it's just been a little discouraging, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I feel like it's just been one thing after another the beginning of this year. I told you guys before that my hard drive that I used to store all of my footage, it was corrupted and damaged, and I lost a lot of videos that I had been filming, and that was just really discouraging. That happened in January. And then my blog, singlemammywinning.com, I lost the domain to that, and I just was like, bruh, what is going on? And then my camera broke. So I feel like I'm always like coming here with something that's going on in my life. But that's just how it's been the start of this year. I really cannot believe that it's already almost the end of February. Guys, it's just time. I just want time to slow down for just a little bit and just let me catch up. Let me just at least sit down for a moment and write my resolutions, because I still haven't done that yet. Can I just get a chance to do that, please? So it has been a bit discouraging. I actually filmed this video like 2 weeks ago and I was ready to put it out, but with having to use my phone, I just had to stop multiple times and, you know, move the footage from my phone to my computer and make sure that it was stored correctly so I don't lose anything, and that just takes more time. So that's why this video is like really late. So I'm rushing to get it to you as soon as possible, because I do want to get some content out. My goal in March, God willing, is to start posting. On Sunday, I'll be doing like a get it all done with me video similar to this, where I'll be, you know, sharing what I'm doing to prepare for the week, sharing my grocery shopping, grocery hauls, meal prepping, activities that I'm planning to do with my children, and just other things that I'll be doing to get ready for the week. And then on Tuesdays, I'll be doing more of a cleaning video. So it's just going to be like a random cleaning video. And then on Thursday, I'll be sharing like a homemaking video, which I haven't done in a while. So be sure to stay tuned for that content, guys. I really, really appreciate your support, and I appreciate your patience with me. I definitely don't want this to be another year of me making excuses and, coming here all the time saying that I'm going to do something and then not doing it. So I definitely want to do better this year, and that is my goal. So I hope your year is doing good. Hopefully you've started accomplishing some of your goals. If you've had a tough year like me, don't be discouraged. We can still turn it around. It's just the beginning, hopefully. But be sure to let me know in the comments what you're going to be meal prepping this week, if you are meal prepping, and what you think about some of the recipes that I shared.